Minecraft. Ride the pig. How appropriate. We're going to be doing more experiments with mobs, enderpearls, all kinds of Minecraft science. Let's get started. Wow, today is the 12th. Have I really not played Exploration and Tactics World in a whole week? I guess not. Where was I? Oh yes, I had just come back up out of the stronghold. And yeah, we need to head back home. And so I am going to head back home to drop off a whole bunch of loot that we had from last time, and also to go enchant a sword, and so I will meet you back at the base. Alright, I just stepped out of the portal, and it feels good to be home. Oh, doggies, that's right! I forgot that I have these guys. We have some experiments to do in the near future. Alright, let me drop off my loot, and then we'll go enchanting. Okay, the inventory is somewhat uncluttered. Recall that the reason I want to enchant my sword is because my enderpearl stash is running low again, and I'm hoping to get a sword that has looting. This is a good sword, but I would like to get a diamond sword that might have looting, because then when you kill enemies they drop multiple instances of an item, and I think around level 30 is a good level to try to get looting too on a diamond sword. And we are going to create a fresh diamond sword, and then we are going to go over and we are going to power up our enchanting table, which I think I want to completely rework the piston setup that I have over here. And then I'm not sure if I have enough bookcases right now actually to get me to level 30. And so let's do this and just see how high the numbers go. But I might have to add some more bookcases here. Yeah, I'm only seeing things go into 20s. I saw a 24. Alright, so I will make some more bookcases and I'll be right back. I think I'm up to where the maximum now is 32, and so I know 30 is available, but it still takes a lot of clicking in order to get to 30. So it would be nice if they continued to improve the system. Like here, rather than giving you 2 11s, and then, possibly 3 clicks later I'll get another 11, and here's 2 8s. It would be nice if it just, picked different numbers each time, and so you didn't keep repeating the same numbers over and over and over again. There's another 11. If I didn't pick 11 the last 4 times, why do I want to pick it now? So they could continue to improve this system. But, in any case, I will get a number 30 at some point. There we go. There's a 30. Nice timing. Let's hope for looting, 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 looting. Sharpness 2. Which is not even nearly as good as this sword. Bummer. Oh well. We took our shot. It doesn't always work. That is the nature of the enchanting system. And so we will just put this sword away and possibly throw it in a fire and burn it, because yuck. Alright, no, I'm just kidding. Alright, so we didn't get our looting sword. I may need to get some more enderpearls. Right now I do have, how many did I say? I have 20 of them or so? Yeah, I've got about 20 pearls. I need to take a look at the other experiments that I want to do. But in addition to enderpearl experiments, I also want to start making ender eyes, so we could go to the end if we wanted to. Etho recently has been to the end and is building up an ender farm over there that has very high efficiency rate. And so, of course, my Enderman farm is kind of in the normal world, and so has to use a set of different tactics. But I've also seen other kind of Enderman mob traps that use pistons and different things that you can build in the real world. And so that's another possible set of experiments we could do at some point. But let me go through my list of things that I would like to do and talk about in this particular Exploration and Tactics video, and I'll be right back and decide what we're going to do. Now that I used up all my levels enchanting, I can do some more experiments that involve me dying. And so I've emptied out my inventory, and something someone asked that's kind of similar to an experiment we've done before, but different, is if I jump off of here, so I have imminent death, and then just before I die, I throw the enderpearl high into the air, and then die, and then I quickly click respawn, and I'll respawn over at my bed, will the pearl still be in the air? And so right after I respawn, will I teleport over to where the pearl is? That's something I want to try out, and it is going to be tricky to kind of get the timing exactly right. I need to make sure I throw this up into the air, and I do it just before I die, and then I'm immediately ready to go and click respawn. And so this is going to be tricky, and so hopefully I'll get it on the first time. Let's see what happens. Yeah, throw it! Respawn. I don't think I actually threw it. Darn it. I think I did not manage to hurl the enderpearl in time, and so I expect it is sitting on the ground over here where my corpse just was, and so let me go pick it up and try again. Yep, found it. Alright, so we'll go try this experiment again in just a moment. So I was walking back over to retry the experiment, and I hear an enderman. I hear a skeleton and a zombie as well, but it seems like every time I get the enderpearls out to do experiments, I end up hearing endermen all around. It's pretty uncanny. Alright, so we're going to try this again. This time I'll try to throw it before I die, and then quickly respawn. Geronimo! There we go. And... nope, I don't know what happened to the ender pearl. I don't know if when I clicked respawn, it was no longer in the world, but I definitely threw it high up into the sky that time, and I'm pretty sure I hit respawn before the ender pearl would have landed anywhere. And so it appears that once you respawn, the ender pearl action no longer seems to matter. I'm not sure if the ender pearl itself evaporated or what just happened there. But that is one more experiment to cross off the list. Here's an easy experiment to try. Someone asked, what happens if you throw an ender pearl, log out of the game, and then log back in? And so this one should be really easy to try. I will throw it up in the air, save and quit to title, Minecraft, Minecraft! Let's go back to Exploration and Tactics. And it's still in the air, but I did not teleport to it. So it seems like somehow it kind of remembers when you're in the game or something and teleporting, and basically after I respawn or logged out and logged back in, anytime you kind of like reload the world, it seems like even if the ender pearl is still in midair, you're no longer kind of attached to teleporting to it or something like that. Alright, and so that's kind of unexpected. I actually expected that was going to teleport me. It's not a particularly interesting result to kind of like have practical uses, but I'm glad we know the answer. Let's see what else is on the list. Someone asked if you can throw ender pearls through vines, and that's a fine question that I would like to know the answer to. Unfortunately, back at home, I don't have any vines, but I know where there's a swamp biome nearby, and so we're going to go over there and we'll get some vines and we'll try this out. So I have some inventory with some ender pearls that we can try it out. I also have some shears on me so that we can always take some vines back, and then I can have some vines back at the base. And while I am traveling over here, someone in a previous recent video was asking me about programming languages because I'm a software engineer, and asking what programming languages I use. I'm actually a developer on the F# team at Microsoft, and so I work on the F# compiler and Visual Studio integration, and so F# is the main programming language that I use. It's a functional programming language for .NET, but I also use C#, a little bit of Visual Basic, and even some C++ at work. In fact, just this past week at work, I wrote some C++ code for probably like the first time in 8 years or something. For the most part, I've been doing programming and managed code, but I was helping fix some bugs on another team, and their code was in C++, and so I was writing some C++ code. So I hope that answers your question. And the swamp biome is not right where I thought it was going to be, and so I am going to make a cut, and I will see you guys when I find that swamp biome. So I'm not sure that I'd noticed before that the vines come in different colors, just kind of like the leaves and sand have different colors in the biomes. And so I presume that it kind of like changes with the biome. And I thought you could, yes, you can harvest vines, I see. But I don't think the vines keep the colors, because it looks like the vine in my inventory is just a normal green vine. And so I assume if I place it somewhere else, it will just match the colors of the particular biome. So in any case, I want to grab some vines so that I can take them back home. But at the same time, this is as good a place as any to go ahead and do some experiments with trying to throw ender pearls through vines. And so I guess I can stand right here and basically aim at the desert over there and see if the ender pearl hits the vine. Before I do that, we know that most of the experiments with snowballs, other than snowballs having a slightly different hitbox, it seems like they behave the same. And so first, let's see if I can throw the snowball through the vine. The snowball actually hit the vine, which is interesting, because I think arrows go through vines. Yeah, I just did that in Final Fantasy. I was shooting a skeleton through some vines. But since the snowball hit the vine, my expectation is the ender pearl will also hit the vine. But let's find out. Will I teleport to the beach over here, or will I just teleport 2 feet in front of me? I just teleported 2 feet in front of me. Awesome. So ender pearls collide with vines. One more experiment solved. I will see you guys back at the base. I watch a lot of other people's Minecraft videos, and one series that I've recently been watching, that probably a number of you have been watching as well, is Good's hardcore to the end new kind of Minecraft Iron Man series, where basically he starts himself off with a end portal that's kind of the thing you find in the stronghold that you need to fill the ender eyes in, and so he's basically trying to get enough ender eyes so that he can go to the end, kind of as a race. and it is both an amusing series because he gets himself into trouble a lot, and so he, is just kind of like dying by the enemies and shouting, and it's crazy. Ooh, and there are some pigs over here, and I am going to have to get some wheat and bring a few of these guys back to the base because we have some experiments that involve you guys as well. That's right, Mr. Oinkers. We're coming to get you. All right, what was I saying? Yes, so that's both an amusing series as well as an interesting one in terms of it being hardcore and a race to the end, and so trying to do things as fast as possible, but at the same time stay alive. It reminds me a bit of kind of, challenge maps and like I'm doing with Final Fantasy or different things right now. But in any case, the point is I like that series, and so I would encourage you to check it out. Good's Iron Man. I honestly haven't experimented with vines too much, and my understanding is in 1.2 you'll actually be able to climb them. And I think they just kind of grow downwards. I don't know if they grow in any other directions. But I'm going to put some vines just across kind of both sides of what's over here and see how they grow. You'll recall that I had this ladder over here from some other ender pearl experiments that we did a while back. And yeah, that'll also be a way, assuming that these kind of grow on down, that I can just kind of farm some vines. And so if I want to have more vines to do different things with in the future, I'll have them. But in any case, back to some more ender pearl experiments. In a recent video, someone asked why I always take the saddles out of the dungeon chests when I find them. And I said trophies, but also they can be used for certain experiments, and so that's what we're going to do next. Hey there, Oinky. Look what I got for you. That's right, I've got some wheat. Why don't you come swimming over here with me, and we'll find some of your friends. Like Mr. Oinkers. Hey, Mr. Oinkers. Look what I'm bringing to you. Turn around. Come have a look. Yeah, you see it. It's some delicious wheat. All right, and then I think we have Sir Baconator over here. Yes, I recognize him from a distance. It's Sir Baconator, and I bet you he would like some wheat as well. I am going to basically use the wheat to attract a few pigs over to a pen that I have just constructed over near the house, and then we will be able to breed some pigs for various experiments that we need to do here in Minecraft. All right, Sir Baconator. Oinky, Mr. Oinkers, let's head on back to the house. It's very amusing that over time they end up being kind of in a straight line, swimming right behind me. One gets in front of another, and then they kind of bump each other, and then they end up in just a perfect vertical line going up and down and up and down. Swimmy, swim, swim, swim. Are we getting close to the house? We are. Hooray! Come on, guys. We're almost there. It'll totally be worth it, I promise. So I haven't done much with breeding mobs, because I originally saw it as just something that you would do for a food source, and I find that food is very abundant in Minecraft here in 1.1. But now that I have various experiments I want to do, come on guys, you can find your way in. There we go. Don't bump each other out. One of you can go one at a time. There we go, in through the fence gate. So if you're holding wheat in your hand, the animals all look at you and follow you around. And when you get the wheat out of your hand, they just go back to their kind of wandering around state. But now we have 3 piggies in a pen. And the other thing you can do with friendly mobs is you can right-click on them and feed them wheat. And then they go into a love state. And when 2 pigs are in a love state, they make a baby pig. Hello, baby pig. And he has a tiny little oink. Make that sound again. Come on, you can do it. Oh, I think I just spoke over it. Sorry. He has a little tiny oink sound. All right, great. And so we have some pigs, and we can breed some pigs. And of course, the reason that I'm breeding pigs, since I just showed you the saddles, is so that we can ride around on saddles. Because there are 2 things in Minecraft that I need to do with a saddle on top of the pig. One is, we have already tested with ender pearls, that if you're riding in a boat or riding in a minecart and you throw an ender pearl, you don't end up teleporting, or it seems like maybe for one tick of the game you kind of like move over to that location but immediately snap back to being inside the minecart or the boat. And so I want to see if when we are riding a pig with a saddle, if the same thing happens. So let's go get a saddle and an ender pearl and try this out. Hello piggies, who wants to be saddled up? Let's see. It looks like it's going to be you, Mr. Oinkers. Oops. There you are. Right-click. Saddle on the pig. right-click on the pig, and now I'm riding the pig. And so, if you haven't seen this in Minecraft before, what have you been doing? Yes, you get saddles out of dungeon chests, and the only thing you can do is you can strap them on the back of the pig, and then you are just kind of at the whim of the pig. The pig just wanders around wherever he wants to go. You can always right-click and get back off, but you can't retrieve the saddle, so basically it's on this pig for the rest of his life. But basically, now that I am riding a pig, which is always exciting, and yeah, it's so funny, like just the way the pigs move around, like your just field of view just moves around randomly along with the pig. It's crazy town. In any case, as I'm riding the pig, now I can grab an ender pearl and try throwing the ender pearl and see if we teleport or see if we stay on the pig, or maybe the pig will even come with us. Who knows? Let's find out now! And indeed, just like the minecart and the boat, it looked like possibly my field of view snapped for a moment, but it immediately came right back, and I'm still sitting here on the pig. And so I didn't teleport with the pig, which would have been very exciting as a result, but it's just not what's going to happen. So the other thing I'm curious about is if I hold the wheat, the other pigs will be attracted to me. So in general, you can't can't control the pig at all. There's no way to kind of like make him go in a certain direction. But I wonder if you had other pigs following you and then you were holding wheat, if like those pigs would try to run towards you and end up pushing this pig, and then possibly you could use that somehow as some kind of steering device, and then like, you know, get the wheat to move away until the pigs wander in some other direction and then be holding the wheat again. And so I wonder if it's possible to, while you're riding the pig, kind of like steer around somehow, doing something clever. So if anyone knows a clever way to kind of steer a pig once you're riding him, even if it involves, you know, water streams or mine carts or other animals. I know in multiplayer, once someone's riding a pig, someone else can then hold the wheat and kind of coerce the pig to go in certain directions. But basically, I'm curious to know if there's some way to control riding a pig around, because I don't think normally in the game there is. Finally, since we're over here next to a fence gate, that reminds me of one other experiment that people asked to do. And I think I'll actually give ourselves a little bit more room like this. But basically, is it possible to throw an ender pearl through an open fence gate? If I open up the fence gate, you'll notice that it's kind of like hitbox selection is kind of all of this whole area. And so, just as usual, I am first going to try it out with a snowball. And I'm worried that the pigs are going to get out, but I guess that's just a risk I'm going to have to take. But if I open up the fence gate and then throw it, can I hit the pig? Oh, now I'm just clicking the fence gate. Hold on. Let me get far enough away that I can actually throw the snowball. Alright, you guys get away from the fence gate. There we go. And it looked like the snowball just hit the fence gate. And so I'm not sure. Let me get a whole bunch of snowballs. If it's possible to throw it through this narrow little gap. It doesn't seem like it is, and so I presume the same will be true of the ender pearl. I'm going to end up with pigs in the way, and so I'm not even sure how well this experiment's going to go. But we must know. And so these are the things we do for science. Oops, hold on. You guys are going to be way over in the way. Let's bring you guys back over here. Okay, I'm no longer holding anything delicious. So you can get out of the way. Let me back out. Open fence gate. And no, the ender pearl also hit the fence gate. And so it seems like the fence gate, as far as the game is concerned, even when it's open, is not wide enough to throw snowballs or ender pearls through. So, there you go. One more experiment done. The sun has just gone down. I will go sleep in the bed, and we'll see if we have other experiments we need to do. I know someone's going to ask. We tested throwing an ender pearl out of a boat, out of a minecart, and out of the saddled pig. But if I just leave it at that, people are going to say, "But Brian, you never tried a saddled pig inside of a minecart." And so, although I'm pretty sure we know what the results are going to be, let's see if I can get Mr. Oinkers over here. That's right, I want you to get over near these rails so that I can then plop down a minecart and get you stuck inside it. There we go. Oh, no, you are not the one who was supposed to be in the minecart. Alright, I expect that this is going to be quite the elaborate operation. Oh, the poor baby pig. He doesn't know what to do. There we go. Oh, nope, I'm on the pig. Hold on. If I push this over, there we go. Mr. Oinkers, with his saddle, is now in the minecart. I thought that that was going to be more effort, but it turns out that I did a good job. Alright, and so now we are riding a pig inside of a minecart that seems to be getting pushed around by other pigs. And, of course, I forgot to bring an ender pearl. That's okay, because the pig is still in the minecart, And so I can just hop on out, go grab an ender pearl. I'll be right back. You stay there, Mr. Winkers. This is a completely random aside, but for some reason I've been growing tons of pumpkins lately, but I haven't seen any new watermelon sprout. And so I'm not sure why that is. It just seems odd to me. Okay, and now for the moment of truth. We are riding a pig, riding inside of a minecart, and about to throw an ender pearl over here, apparently. And sure enough, we stay on the pig. Alright, so we kind of expected that's what the answer was going to be, but now we know for sure because we've tried it out for science! That's right, it's important to do these experiments for science. This is important scientific research that the Minecraft community needs to know about. We need to publicize it for all to know. Alright. So, with that done out of the way, the other reason that I want to have pigs in saddles is something I haven't looked at in a long time, which is achievements. Those wacky achievements. There's actually new achievements that I haven't done, but there is this achievement, When Pigs Fly, requires cow tipper. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and unlock some achievements over here, and then we're going to go work on this. I have a wooden sword. Achievement, time to strike. Oh, look, 2 cows just made a baby cow. How nice. But now the cows have been overpopulated. Haha! Wasn't that worth an achievement? Oh, do you have to get... Oh, no. Where are the... What is it I want? Achievements. Cow tipper. Harvest some leather. Ugh. I got unlucky and I didn't get a cow drop that gave me some leather. And I don't want to kill all the cows I have around here. Darn it, I'll be right back. And a skeleton. Achievement get, Monster Hunter. See, look at this. You see that? There's an Enderman out here. And now he's teleporting away on the horizon. I swear, the only time I see them on the surface in the daytime is when I've been running my ender pearl experiments. It's really eerie. It's like somehow they know. They kind of frighten me. There he is. See, he's stealing my blocks too. Oh my goodness, Mr. Enderman. Let's see, he just teleported this way, it looks like. Where did he teleport off to? Do you guys see him anywhere? I thought I saw his little teleportation stuff go over in that direction, but I'm not really sure. That is so weird. Oh, and finally a watermelon grew, so that's happy. I completely lost track of what I was doing. I was trying to bring another cow over here so I could breed some more cows, so I could kill some and finally get some leather and get an achievement to unlock the achievement that I'm trying to get in terms of riding pigs off of a cliff. This is important work, Mr. Cow. That's another thing that was funny and... Oops. Look, do you see what happened over here? The Enderman, the one block he decides to steal... Oh, and now the cow is going to be stomping all over my crop. He just... You see what's going on over here? So an Enderman stole this grass block, which then caused a pumpkin to grow over here, ruining the farm. And then I stopped to point it out, and I dragged a cow over here, and now I broke the farm, and I have to replant this and re-hoe the earth. It's so much work. I know, Mr. Cow. Alright, I'll see you guys in a moment after I clean all of this up. Okay, now you dumb cows. One of you is going to give me some leather, and I'm going to use this stupid dumb wooden sword that I created just to unlock the achievement tree. There we go. Achievement get, cow tipper. Hooray. And so, let's see. So on achievements, I built a wooden sword, which gave me time to strike. I then harvested some leather from cow tipper. And so now when pigs fly a pig off of a cliff. I can finally try to do for real. I actually tried to do this a long time ago, back in the original Exploration and Tactics, episode number 37, I believe. I tried to ride a pig off of a cliff using a waterfall and kind of trapping a pig in some penned area. It didn't really work out. I ended up just kind of riding him in a saddle, but he never wanted to jump into the waterfall and ride off the cliff. But that was back in like beta 1.3 or 1.4 or something, who knows when, crazy. And yeah, and then later on they added achievements to the game, and one of the achievements was to fly a pig off of a cliff, and I tried to do it back in Exploration and Tactics after that, but I never had luck getting a pig to spawn up on a cliff. But now we can get the pigs to follow us around if we're carrying wheat, and so I should be able to get this pig up on this cliff and then die in spectacular fashion, and so that's what I want to try to do next. You've been approved for the Pigs in Space program. Look, there's an Enderman again, and he's stealing my blocks. Why are there so many Endermen on the surface around here whenever I'm doing experiments? I am not wearing any armor, but I still want to kill him. He's probably going to kill me now, but that just makes me angry. Where'd he go? Did he touch the water and just teleport away and forget about me? Ah, these Endermen. I do not understand at all. I realize that it's going to be hard to get the pig to the top of the cliff without using minecart rails, but now I finally have an excuse to use some gold. Oh my gosh. Hello, creeper. Yuck, he must have spawned right over here. Right next to my house. Wow. That is scary. Apparently there's a dark spot right here. Yuck. Right next to the sign, right next to my favorite house. It's got my painting in it. That was dangerous. I need to definitely get some torches and light this area up. That would have been tragic. Much better. Okay. Oh look, it's another Enderman out in the daylight stealing my blocks. Now admittedly, I was out here at night just a moment ago, and so monsters could have just been spawning in the darkness. But I am sick and tired of all the Endermen over here. It is just crazy town. And where did he just teleport to? There he is. And, of course, now all of a sudden this is a good time for my game to decide it wants to start lagging up. When there's an Enderman after me, and I'm not wearing any armor because I've just been doing experiments. Alright, it seems like the Enderman may have disappeared, but my game is totally lagged, so I will see you guys in a short bit. Actually, I will have to see you next time because we've run out of time for today. And I know how you guys love cliffhangers, so this will be another cliffhanger that involves an actual cliff. Awesome. See you next time. Be ready, Mr. Wonkers.